About to finish up this 3-acre plow. We're just doing one cut. All right, happy Friday, everyone. Got Logan here. He was that awesome drone pilot. He came with the thermal drone. Wow.
There's actually a deer in the field right now.
If I got a picture, I want that.
What do you think, Matt? Come on, baby.
It's about as anxious as I've ever been in my entire life.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to give you a food plot update up to the minute. It's April, I think, 13th. We're going to hit 3 clover plots, clover and chicory with clethodim. I'm going to hit them with some clethodim and some 1010 liquid and then a little surfactant. That's all I'm using today. We're going to go in some bottom plots because it is kind of windy. And then I'm going to give you an update on our corn and bean mix and the status of that. Soon, maybe even today, I'm going to start cutting dirt in preparation for that. So let's get into it. All right, we got seed pickup day, corn and bean mix. Phil's way ahead of me as usual. He's already planting. I'm still waiting on spraying first.
I got 2 acres in the ground, baby.
Nice. From your leftovers last year?
Leftovers, yep. Yep, I burned her all the way till dark last night.
Oh, I bet. It's got to be a good feeling, though.
It is a good feeling. It is a good feeling.
I haven't even turned to dirt yet.
I recultivated because I didn't like the crust, so my ground has been hit 3 times.
Nice.
But it's getting so much better each time that I was in 3rd in mid-range.
Oh, yeah.
Just blowing through it.
Yep.
It went quick enough that I redid everything. I found the strengths and weaknesses of Godzilla, or Frankenstein. I'm sorry, Frankenstein. I just watched the movie Godzilla. Of Frankenstein.
That's all right. That thing looks like it does a number on the dirt.
Yeah, it's a little big. One plot is absolutely so small that I should have hand spreaded it or used the ATV. The other one was a little cumbersome because I did my 2 small plots. Now I'm doing the big ones, and it'll be just fine for the big ones. You know, I mean, 16 foot wide. I had to take it through one 14-foot gate.
Oh, that must have been a trick. Yeah, sideways.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So, but
might be
it lays in. Wait till you see the video. It lays in just. I mean, it looks
nice.
It looks perfect.
You mean before the drag hits it?
It's so when the cultivator comes through, it almost makes rows and mounds.
Okay. Yep.
Which helps a little bit. We're not trying to plant in rows, but it does give us lower areas so that when the drag comes over, it covers the dirt a little better. But when you're done, it's just as smooth as your front yard.
Nice.
I mean, it looks absolutely beautiful. So then the next will be we won't know for 3-4 weeks, then we'll know exactly how good it did.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I'm liking it. I like its metering. I fine-tuned it. I fixed most of the issues that were with it. Just figuring out the machine and knowing what we're doing. But it's now working exactly the way I wanted it to.
Perfect.
So we're in good shape. No wasted seed going off into the woods to try to get coverage up to the edge. My problem is last year I stayed away from the edge, and then it was super thin on the edge. So,
all right, happy Friday, everyone. It's April 10th, and I got Logan here. He was that awesome drone pilot. He came with the thermal drone, and we recovered a really nice lost buck. Wow.
There's actually a deer in the field right now.
If I got a picture, I want that. Oh, I'm so.
The night got darker and darker. We burned through more and more batteries. Matt was feeling pretty dejected. This might be a heartbreaker, man. I hope not.
Oh, we said, yeah, let's go.
He's in the briar patch. Is that the same buck or a different one?
That's a giant.
That's a big buck. Is that him? Does he got a split?
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, now I can see the white sticking out. Wow, he's wide.
The split was on the right.
Yeah, it was on this side, his right.
Okay, so.
What do you think, Matt? Come on, baby.
It's about as anxious as I've ever been in my entire life.
biggest buck of a lifetime. Man.
Shits.
I can't get a good view. Just give me just a second.
Yep, you're good. Fingers crossed, Matt. I think he got him. I think he got him.
It's a dead deer. I know that for sure.
This last fall on this property. So I'm working on Phil's food plot video right now. Phil's got his planted. I'm a little bit behind, which is okay. But if we can we've been fighting the weather. The weather's been either way too windy or rainy or both. So it's late Friday afternoon now. It rained a little today, but Logan's squeezing us in. We're gonna spray about 20-ish to 22 acres this year. We're gonna expand to corn and beans because they ate us out early last year. So, man, good luck food plotters. We'll see how this is gonna go. So are you just finishing up?
Finishing up that field, yeah.
Okay. I think he's wrapping it up. Final landing. Long afternoon. How many acres did you get?
Don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
I have to look at it.
Well, at least we got it done. All right, today we are going to start cutting dirt for the corn and bean plots. We got them all sprayed up the other day. I got started on my clover spray, but it's A, too windy, and B, I ran out of clethodim. Go figure, my fault, but whatever. I got options, thank goodness, so we'll break off the chisel disc right now. Should be all tuned from last year. Phil fixed it up for me. So we're gonna head out to this 3-acre North Ridge first. Since it's been planted and cut, it'll be a lot easier to cut that up for the first pass to open it up. So let's get some fresh air. Cutting dirt 2026. Well, imagine that, rain. But it'll be good for Phil's corn. But I don't know, we'll see how much comes down before I quit. Alright, rain quit. About to finish up this 3-acre plot. We're just doing one cut. Alright, I got my spray rig put back together for my clover plots. Got this back from 205. Gonna get started here, and soon I'm gonna be starting to disc up the corn and bean plots.
This combats that. I've got, well, we paid $300. Paid $300 for the planter. I had another piece that I bought that I took the 3-point off of, but I'm going to count that because I didn't even use it for anything else. So that was $300. So that's $600. I put 2 new chains on it. That turned into, that was $50, and a couple little springs, and then a bunch of rattle can paint. So we're at about $700 on this, less the drags.
Yeah.
I'm using the drags I have, but I could have my original plan, and I still may go back to it eventually, is take a drag. You can take them apart so they're not 8 foot, but it'll be 6 foot by 4 foot, and lay that down there. And that would be like a whole nother $1,000 to do that.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't do it till I made sure that it was
working.
it was working properly, but it looks good. I mean, I don't really have to buy more, but if I wanted to make it completely standalone, I could do that. I could spend another $1,000 for the drag, or buy some really cheap junk ones, but I don't think I'd want to do that. I like the ones we got. And at worst, I could be $1,700 on this whole planter. So it's
Nice.
compared to $12,000, $15,000 for no-till drills.
I know.
You know, I've got $600 in the cultivator. So
Yeah.
so for $2,500, we'll call it,
Yep.
you can be planting with a good shallow till in rocky soil. It doesn't matter if it's bad rocks, if there's roots in it, it doesn't destroy anything.
Yep.
That equipment's been around for 50 years and it's still working flawless. So pretty excited about it.
Cool beans. Let's get these beans and corn loaded up. Alright, now to hit the next one. A little windy, that's why I'm doing these bottom plots. It's just enough to block the wind with the mountains around it, so let's go do another one. Ping, ping, ping. 3 plots down.